Hi. So someone in my comments suggested that I check out the user, what was his name, Love Left Me Forever, his videos. No, I did. I knew of his channel a while ago, probably like a couple months ago. And like the videos I saw, like he was, he's clearly like, obviously by his name, he's lonely, he's depressed about it. And the video, and like one of the videos I saw about him, he was talking about how he just like wasn't good enough for women. And it's like, yeah, it's like I empathize. Like obviously I've been there, but it's like, see, that's the kind of videos that like I just don't want to watch anymore. Like I'm mostly past that in my mental being now. I mean, obviously, like I know, like I'm not good enough for most women because I'm not a very attractive man. But like, there's nothing I can do about that. But like, all that talk about how you're like, oh, I'm just not good enough for women. Like, no, like you're wrong, dude. Just stop it. Okay. Like, no matter how bad you think your life is or how bad of a person you think you are, you're still good enough for some woman. Because believe me, like as terrible as a person you may think you are, there are women out there that are just as terrible, if not more. There's a lot of bad women out there, okay? Seriously, just go online, find one of these girls online here with say like some cluster B mental disorder. She's probably a worse person than you. Like she's a wrecking ball of destruction. Okay, so like just stop it. Like just stop the talk like you're not good enough for women because it's just not true, dude. That's that pussy on a pedestal, and again it's like that shit that my generation was taught. You know, like women are like good and sweet and kind and they make you better people, maternal instinct, and all that is just fucking garbage. Yeah, so. But yeah, I watched one of his recent videos, and this one I relate a lot to more because he talked about how his last therapist, he's had trouble with therapy in the past, and his last therapist, like I guess she gave him an excuse of like, oh well, I'm not properly trained and I don't have the skills to deal with you. And it was like, yeah, that hit home with me because like, as I mentioned, I've seen around 30 therapists in my history. Now, I mean. Like some of them were like in group therapy, but I mean like for therapists that I've seen for like separate periods, I probably had like 10 to like 15 of them. And I would say probably a handful of them have given me that exact excuse that they're not properly skilled to handle me. And like, that's just bullshit. Okay. Like, this is fucking nonsense. I mean, after the first therapist I had, who was like a really good one, and I mentioned her before, she was like this volleyball playing Stacy woman who's like really fucking cute, but whatever. And she was one of the best ones I had. After that one, like you know the deal with me. Okay, like I'm an autistic, like socially retarded dude. I very easily get attachment issues because I'm lonely and like especially back then, like I was severely desperate to like find a woman and lose my virginity and all that shit. Okay, so what after the first therapist, what fucking surprises were there? Like, yeah, of course I have like fucking attachment issues and I fall for women really fucking easily. Like, no shit. You're a fucking therapist. Like, you should know that already. Well, so yeah, I understand the frustration with that entirely. Like, I mean, I've had at least 4 therapists tell me that, and then like, and this is the problem with therapy, dude, is like, it's just constant musical chairs. I've had so many different ones. It's either that or like the therapist like gets a new job every 6 months. I mean, it's like, it's constant with that. Like they always get like new positions or they go work somewhere else. And it's like, you never have like a consistent therapist, which is bullshit. It's terrible. Like, yeah, like for me as a patient, dude, like the entire process is like, okay, so like the early sessions, you're usually going to have at least 1, probably 2 sessions that are basically nothing but paperwork. Like they're just going to like fill out like, because they have like treatment plans and shit like that. And they got to go through all of that. That's usually 1 or 2 sessions. And then like there's going to be a couple sessions where, you tell your you tell your life story and why you're here and what goals you have. So really, it's going to be like a handful of sessions until you really even start therapy with your therapist. So, I mean, if you have to like start that process again and again and again, like each time you do it, it's very draining. You know, and it's like, and then like therapists are just like so easy to dispose of you and tell you, oh, well, just go see someone else. Well, where else do I go? And with my history, like with autism, there's nowhere for me to go. I mean, to this day, it's like there's no autism counselors or therapy for adults anywhere. If you're an adult with autism, you're literally on your own. And it's like like with the last counselor I had, Martha, it was like I was like so frustrated at that point because I had so many fucking counselors, and it's like most of them just like disposed of me like it was fucking nothing, and you know, to deal with her. I mean, she's just going on me about the fucking patriarchy and shit. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, can any of you like help me at all? Like, I mean, obviously you can't. It's improving without a shadow of doubt for me at this point. It's like, you know, if you're a guy who like, you know, in my case, autistic, I struggle socially, like, you're suffering from loneliness, like, they're not going to help you. I mean, and like this guy here, you know, what love left me forever. I mean, they're not going to help you, dude. No therapist can help like lonely men because like they can't even begin to address the situation honestly because they don't give a shit. They're all fucking feminists, so I mean it's a waste of time, sadly. And of course, like normies are gonna gaslight you endlessly. Oh, just go to therapy, make it work. It's like whatever, dude. I did many times. So yeah, I mean, what else about him? Yeah, I saw he got in trouble once because he wrote like wrote a song for like one of his former bosses. It was like a female boss, and like he talked to his attorney about it, and his attorney told him, I was like, well, she thinks that's threatening and creepy. And it's like he's like, oh, I was just doing it like because like I cared about her and like I wanted to be like nice to her and stuff. And it's like, I never did anything like that, but like I could see myself doing something like that if I had a boss like that was cool with me. And like, yeah, I mean, and I would have interpreted exactly the same way. It's like I'm just doing something nice for her. It's like she thinks it's creepy and weird and threatening, and like, and the thing is, your attorney, like, it's good on him for actually telling you that. I was lucky the one attorney I had. He was like this tall Chad Irish guy, but I mean, he's still a Jew lawyer. And like he was always like a super straight shooter with me. And I was like, I always appreciated that about him. He just told me, like, you're being creepy with Deborah. Fucking stop it. Delete your Facebook and never go back on there. That was good advice. Eventually I did take that advice, and he was right. Now I just delete all fucking social media because it's cancer. And unless you're a really attractive dude, you have no reason to be on there. So yeah. I felt for him on that. Yeah, the dude said, I think he said he was like 65 years old and was like, he recently had sex for the first time in 30 years. Like, yeah, that's rough, dude. Yeah. I also saw in his comments, like, Banana is there, like, trolling like she does with me and, like, a bunch of other dudes. And he basically just told her to fuck off. Women aren't here to help me. You're all full of shit. You just want to use your pussy to get power. Good on you, bro. You're right. I mean, Banana's always been nice to me. I don't know why, but whatever. He's right, though. Yep. So, yeah. I don't know. I mean, as I said before, like, I don't watch a lot of Manosphere stuff anymore because it's just, like, I don't know. Like, yeah, like, the self-degradation shit, like, I'm done with that. Like, enough. It's just, it's not true, dude. Like, women are shitty people too. Probably more than we are. Because they're afforded to be that way. Like that's what feminism has caused. It's just allowed women to have no repercussions for anything they do. So they can just be, shitty people and, just do whatever for attention and none of it matters. So, yeah. It is what it is. Yeah. This sucks, dude. Like, that dude's 65 years old. Like, that's going to be me in, 23 years? Yeah, I'll probably still be making, stupid videos and... Because, I'm always going to be alone and stuff. And I'll probably have, a group of, weird, lonely guys still watching me. Yeah. Well, I wish that dude the best. But, I don't know. I hope at 65, I still don't give a fuck about being lonely. I mean, I see it all around me where I live here. It's nothing but lonely old people. I mean, I would hope at that point it just wouldn't even bother me anymore. I kind of want to just be this the old crotchety man that just swears at clouds and stuff. I think that would be optimal. But yeah, all right.